Hi, today I'm down on the creek on a gravel bar looking for some gold. With a little luck, I'll find some. Stay tuned and find out. So the other day when I was walking back to the truck, I had to walk on this side of the creek. And that's when I noticed a couple of interesting spots to prospect. And we're going to do that today. I just can't believe how much the water has risen in the last couple of days. It's incredible. So as you can see, the water is much higher today. But nonetheless, I'm going to start digging here and I'll pick a spot. I'll point that out and then hopefully find some gold. All right, hang tight. All right, I think I found the spot where I'm going to start here. You can see this big giant rock. We're on the downstream side. So yeah, I'm going to do my best to dig that out, see what we find. Here we go. Forgot to bring my tub today. Well, I'm glad I came down here. I don't think this place will be accessible in a week or so. That's a full pan. Wow. So far, one tiny speck, but we're gonna keep on digging. Okay. Let's see what we got. So I'm going to say I'm down about 1.5 feet so far. Now I'm starting to see a little bit more flower gold, so I'll keep digging. We'll see what we get. All right, well, this is kind of where we're at. I just wanted to show you the hole here. You can see with the with the shovel and the pan for perspective. I don't know, maybe down about 18 inches now. So yeah, not too bad. Better keep at it. Stay tuned. Okay, wow. There wasn't anything in that last pan, surprisingly enough. We're down to some rock here. Maybe I just need to go a little bit deeper, I guess. We shall see. Hang in there. Hoping to find you something decent today. Well, I finally found a piece of gold big enough that you can actually see, I think, with the camera. It's definitely not a nugget, but it's getting better. It was very, very fine at the top of the gravels. Now we're starting to get down. It's starting to get a little bit more coarse. But let's see if you can see this here. Sorry for the jittery camera. It is right at the end of that bony finger. I'm going to zoom right in. We'll see if we can see it. Well, that didn't work. Yeah, there it is. Got to keep on digging. Yeah, so that's as far as we got here. But you know the old saying, you got to keep looking if you're not happy with what you find. All right, I'll keep you posted. Time to start moving some rocks. Well, that seemed like a lot of effort for 3 pieces or 4 pieces of gold, whatever it was. So I think I'm gonna fill my hole back in, because that's regulation in British Columbia. You gotta reclaim your little spot there. And then I'm gonna try behind another rock. I think ideally, you know, I'm looking for a pay streak. So, you know, they run usually parallel to the current. So yeah, I'm gonna keep poking around and see what I can turn up. Whew, I'm getting exhausted. I might have to take a break and grab a sandwich here. All right, stay tuned. Okay, so I think I found my next spot that I'm going to start digging, and I'll point it out to you here. Hopefully you'll be able to see it. But, you know, when I'm looking for spots, I'm looking for drop zones, places where the gold would fall out. It's really not an easy thing to do. The best thing to do is basically to just sample pan. So I'll point out what I'm looking at here, and you'll see, I guess, my train of thought. And shortly I'll start digging and we'll see if I was right or wrong, but I'll just point this out to you here. So all along there, all the way up to the big rock, and you can kind of see back there, it's sort of a, I'm gonna call it a natural drop zone. Looks like the water came here, and there's a lot of big rocks that have fallen right in here. So I guess my theory is big rocks, a lot of current needed to move these bigger rocks, so we're gonna try over in there. That's the theory. Well, I better get at it. Let's see if I'm right. Well, I'm sure many of you have heard of a tree hugger, but how many of you have heard of a rock hugger? Oh yeah. You gotta know up front and personal your rocks while you're on the creek. Oh yeah, baby. Bring me some gold. Well, after all that digging, this is what I got. Have a look. Right at the end of my finger. I'm beginning to think that I'm a flower gold specialist, and I don't want to be known for that. Sheesh. I'll keep trying. I think I might move up the creek. I got a hunch the gold could be better up there. So I'm gonna go back up that way and see if the gold gets any bigger. Stay tuned. And away she goes. There we go. Hey little buddy. Coming down to find some gold. Cute little guy. I love nature. All right, so this is where I just was, and I was just digging like in here. And this is where I was a little bit earlier. And now I'm gonna go way up there. I'll see what we find up there. Looks like it might be a better spot. Who knows? Here we go. All right, so I got my gear packed up. I'm gonna move up the creek now. I just thought I'd take you along with me. Hopefully this isn't too shaky. Bear with me if it is. Okay. Now this to me looks like it might be a little bit of a different spot to try. A lot of big boulders here. So yeah, time to turn on the spidey senses and pick a spot. It wasn't far, but sometimes you don't have to move far to find better gold. All right, here we go. Stay tuned. All right, well, I think I found a spot here. Woo! Put my gloves on here. These gravels are not easy on the fingertips. Learned that one the hard way. Alright. Yeah, digging apparatus would be good. Such as this. I doubt I'll find anything on the surface gravels here, but you never know. That's embarrassing. Not so good. Not so bueno. Well, looks like we got some micro specks. Have a look. It's always tricky, but they're there. Can you see them? Flower gold. I'm gonna keep digging. Well, I'm gonna say the gold is getting a tiny bit better. Here, have a look. Whoops. That's it right at the end of my finger. You know what I'm gonna say. Time to keep digging. Well, this concludes my prospecting for the day. It was fantastic to get out here. It rained a little bit at first, but now it's just overcast, but nonetheless it was great getting out here. I didn't get skunked, that was the main thing. Found a few pieces of gold as you saw, but again, it won't be steak and lobster. It'll probably be, you know, beans and rice, if that. But, you know, you gotta keep trying and eventually I'll find a good spot, I guess. But I really appreciate you tuning in, and I look forward to making some more videos for you guys. And if you had the time, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. All right, everyone. Until next time, keep on digging. Bye now. Tiny speck. Okay, so what led up to this? So I'm walking back to my truck, walking along the creek, of course, and I spotted this. Couldn't resist. Extra juicy, a little bit of a river bench here. So I did a test pan, and that's what you were looking at. One more time. That's it. Flower Gold Specialist. Until next time. GoPro. Stop recording. How come you didn't stop recording? Stop recording!